This week, we have seen 50 attorney generals from various states actually launch investigations into the foreclosure crisis. And we're hearing some stunning information, literally, of people, hairdressers, stamping foreclosures, not even reading documents. Is this the kind of issue why you push so hard for this bureau?
Oh, it certainly is. You know, if there's anyone who thinks, maybe we need this agency, maybe we don't, just look at what's in the headlines right now. If we'd had this agency in place 4 years ago, we knew about these problems. I was reading about these problems, but they were little problems, one here, one there. We could have stopped this thing before it ever got out of control and gotten foreclosures under control better. Instead, the problem has accelerated, and it's perfectly clear. There are mortgage foreclosures that took place that should not have taken place. There are mortgage foreclosures that became cost-cutting and, cutting corners and not following the rules became a business model for some of these issuers.
I've got lots of emails from different people, and they've told me some horrifying stories. One lady out of Dallas, Texas, told me that she had an agreement with a bank when it came to the particular home. And then all of a sudden they said, you know what, we're not going to abide by it. Next thing you know, the home was in foreclosure. She was willing to pay on it, had the resources to do it, and it seemed if the bank said, hey, let's simply take the property back. We frankly shored up our balance sheets, and so we're going to hold on to these homes and resell them later.
You know, there are all kinds of patterns that are going on here that are cutting in different directions. I have no doubt, there are some of the mortgage servicers who are trying to get the right thing done. But it's also clear that there are some mortgage servicers who are making more money on the foreclosures. There are some who are making more money by hanging on to those houses and keeping them in their portfolios. And so long as that's the case, we don't get this problem behind us. We don't get it solved. Bottom line is, there are going to be some people who are not going to be able to stay in houses that are too big and too expensive. On the other hand, there's nobody that should be kicked out of a house when you haven't followed the legal rules, or when maybe that person's got a chance to stay in the house. And what we've got is it's like a long, slow car wreck. And that's not where we need to be on foreclosures. We've got to get this problem behind us.
But isn't the greater problem also in that you have individuals who are looking at various deals, looking at purchasing homes that are in foreclosure? Now, all of a sudden, that is now suspect because some people are absolutely scared to death. They're pulling out of deals by saying, I'm not quite sure if I go through this that I will actually be the clear owner of this property. Then all of a sudden you have a greater issue on the back end.
Right. So this is why I have to say I applaud the 50 attorneys general. I am glad to see all 50 of them, every one of them out there saying state by state, we're going to look into the documentation and we're going to be able to say at the end of the day, who's done it right, who's done it wrong, here are the right procedures for going forward, so everyone can have confidence. Buyers who want to be able to buy property can say, I know when I buy it that it's really going to be mine. And for people who really can't stay there, they know at least that their legal rights were respected on the way out.